again. This lesson will be a Heian Shodan lesson. I'm going to do two Heian Shodan videos. One where I teach it for the first time and take it quite slowly, and a second which will be a bit more advanced, where I'll talk a bit about the history. We'll go through the kata again and point out some of the more advanced elements to it that you should be considering if you go at the belts, and also try and look at applications, both the basic and the advanced levels of that. This video will be the first teaching video, so if you know it well, feel free to skip. If you need to pick it up, this is the one to watch. I'm going to go through it slowly and talk my way through and get to the halfway point first, at which point I'll start again, go through at speed and pause there. That gives you a chance to rewind, go back, and check that first half to begin with before we move into the second half. So without further ado, I will go through the kata and I'll talk about what we're doing in that kata, what those moves actually mean as we go. You may find, I think I've got just about enough space here, but you might find at times if I'm moving forward I'm out of space, I'll just shuffle my feet on the spot, which is a good way to practice the katas if you're still in a confined kind of space. You can still move your feet as if you were stepping forward and practice the motions at least. Okay. This Heian Shodan. So first things first, look to the left. I'm going to do a downward block with my left leg moving across in a front stance. Starting there, if you're blocking an opponent's kick, I'm going to step forward then and punch to take that opponent out. That's the first two moves. And then look over my shoulder behind me and have another attack coming with a kick. It's a big turn behind, the front leg, the right leg, there's a big circle behind, turns downward block. We're then going to pull up into a hammer fist strike. So the stance comes about halfway at this point. Fist comes up high above the head, hammer fist down, targeting the nose, the chest, or the top of the head. And then to finish this person off, we step forward and punch it in. Then we look to our left where our next opponent's coming in, and we're going to do a downward block. Front foot is one that adjusts, turns and blocks. We're now doing rising blocks, 3 rising blocks in a row. The idea here is the opponent, as we come towards them, is throwing out punches. We block 1, we block 2, and the third one, we're grabbing the opponent and we're coming in under the arm or shoulder to dislocate the arm. Number 3. And that's the halfway point. I'm going to do that again, this time without speaking, all the way through so you can see. All of these stances are in front stance, as you note. The trickiest part about this kata for first time learners is which leg to move when you turn. So I tried to break that down in the first half. Watch again as we repeat it and see which foot are moving when I'm doing my turns. So now from here all the way to the end of that first half. This Heian Shodan. First half complete. I will leave it there for you to pause, rewind, practice to get that first half down. Now we're going to go from the beginning again, speed to that first half ending, and we'll pick up the second half from there. There's going to be a period when I get to about here where you won't see my feet. Keep in mind that I'll be in front stance for all moves except the final 4, which you'll be able to see because I'll be standing further back at that stage. So again. This Heian Shodan. Okay, I'm going to slow down now and do the second half at that talking speed, teaching speed, so you can see. Again, the difficult turns are the tricky parts. I have a bunny in the way. Get out of here. Thank you. Back leg is the one that moves for this turn. Comes right behind you. Downward block. Step forward and punch. And again, you won't be able to see the turn here, but it's the front leg that's going to move and turn behind for this downward block. Looking over the shoulder, around the back, and downward block. Forward and punch. Very much like the first half, just without that hammer fist blow. Again, we look to our left and we do a downward block. The front leg is the one that moves into that downward block position. We'll then do 3 punches going forward. Again, we've blocked our opponent. The first punch, he blocks. Second punch, he blocks. Third punch is too fast and too strong and you finish him. Then we move into the knife hand blocks. So the arm palms open up, the thumbs are tucked in like that, not bent straight but tucked in. We look over our right shoulder, the back leg is going to move. Round, knife hand block. And the back stance now. The only part where this stance has changed, very sunny, very well trained karate rabbit he is. Now from there we step forward, back leg, your right leg is going to step forward at a 45-degree angle, knife hand strike again. Here we block somebody, the idea we're now striking to finish them off. The front leg is going to move again, the right leg is returned, and we repeat that same combination in the other direction. So right leg behind you, and block, and then we're stepping 45-degree angle again, left leg now at the back to finish off. And you make this. So I'm just going to do that second half full speed, and then I'll do the whole thing together in one run. And that will conclude the teaching session for Heian Shodan, and we'll do a second video where I'll speak a little bit more depth about the history. We'll go through the teaching of Kata again, but I'll focus on the more advanced points to consider once you've learned the moves to improve it, and then we'll look at a bit of the bunkai. So, second half at slower speed, at faster speed, apologies. That's the end of the first half, all the way through. And then to put it all the way through together as one combination of techniques, what I do suggest whenever you practice your kata, try and envision the person coming towards you. That might be a bit easier once you've seen the bunkai in the second video. Again, it would be even simpler if we had other people to work with that you can actually practice the blocks on. I'm going to be doing the best I can with a punching bag. But keep that in mind, and when you train, always train with 100% energy. That way, when you actually do it and you train like that, and if you do ever need it, you will attack and block with 100% energy. If you only give it half your energy whenever you practice, when the situation becomes real, your muscle memory takes over and you'll only do half an effort. Right, all the way through. This. Heian Shodan. Space, a little bit further. As you may. This last point to note I didn't say earlier, but the 2 key eyes that are in that kata, which are the moments of power and impact where you do the most damage. That's at the third right in block and the third straight punch when you're going forwards and backwards. Hope you enjoyed this video, hope it was useful. Let me know. Subscribe to the channel for the rest of the videos as they go up, and hopefully see you again soon. Peace.